Raised by Wolves was formed for this need that I think I was always using a Flame on my own, working via FTP emails with clients, and I really felt that it was about time to get back out there and work with clients directly, which does freak a few people out. They don't want to, you know. I think the days of people wanting to get out of their agencies and come and sit in a suite, they sort of disappeared a little bit, but I think they're back. If I'm working on the Flame with the client sitting next to me, I pretty much guarantee I'd get to the same end result probably in about half the time. So that's one of the reasons why we're insisting as much as possible the clients come in. Doesn't matter what they come in with, because you can do everything on the Flame. Fashion stuff, straight to YouTube stuff, movie title sequences, commercials, high-end. We're doing everything. You know, I just did a movie a couple of years ago where I think it was 200 shots on the Flame, and they were going to get a whole team of people together. And actually just the amount of time it would have taken them to set up a pipeline and get the whole thing and hire in the gear and stuff, you know, I've pretty much done all the shots. My initial reaction to the new Flame Premium was, my God, what have they done? Where's all the stuff that I know? It's such a leap forward in terms of keeping that creativity alive and fast and furious and things like that, that I sort of switched the business plan, as it were, and thought, right, okay, let's build it around Flame again. You know, I love the fact it's incorporated smoke into it, and you know, there's luster in there as well. So it sort of really works for me. I can do a lot of stuff very fast. I think if you're going to sit behind a box for 10 to 20 hours a day, you've got to be sort of inspired by it. And I think I am, and certainly more with the anniversary edition than ever before. You can feel the footage. This might sound a bit sort of out there somewhere. You pick the clip up and you move it around, you feel like there's some footage there. And clients tend to sit up front and they watch what you're doing. And even still now, you know, they love the fact you can pick up a clip and just cut it in the middle. You know, it's so gestural, the whole thing. You feel like you're making it rather than rendering it somewhere. Well, the main thing about having clients in the room is they don't want to sit around. You know, they want to see stuff happen fast. 2014 Flame has just taken it to a new level. I can't think of a better piece of software to actually make something, make it feel like you're making something. And then at the end of the day, you know, if it all works out nicely, the client's really happy and they come back again. This is a project I did for a director called Nick Griffiths, who came up with this promo for a DJ called Milo. And he sort of just left me to do stuff. There's a shot of a dancer against a white thing, but they wanted something else to it. So I just threw it on the desktop, this shot, applied a whole bunch of things, cut it up, dealt it into different clips, undealt it, put something else in, and just sort of freeformed really. And a whole bunch of random things happened in doing that, and then applying things on top. In the old edition, I tended to work on a shot. You know, you get a shot and you do something to it, you then drop it back in the timeline. With this, I'm putting things all over the place, so it doesn't matter where the cuts are, or whether, you know, there's 3 shots. Then I'm putting something on top of those 3, and, you know, I'm being really careless about where it kicks in and where it ends. You know, I don't mind, it's whatever looks nice. One scene got so complicated that I then just lifted it into batch and decided to treat it as a single entity. But being able to do that, and then, you know, actually thinking, well, you know what, I might as well stay there, and just dragging it back in again is genius. Flame allows you to do that because you've got all these different ways of working. You can create random images, and you can just start with a blank canvas and end up with something amazing. The commercial for Thompson Punk, which is a clothing brand. The idea was to create a post-apocalyptic environment where some people are playing table tennis. So that was good fun to do because we pretty much created everything to make that shot. And we had, I think it was about 3 or 4 hours to do the whole thing. So when we started on this route of Flame for 20 odd years, the hardware was massive. And now we've got you know, these great little HP Z800 sitting under the desk. They're quiet, they don't pump out much heat, but they're fast enough that I can sit there with a client and make stuff. You know, they're just sort of along for the ride, that they're watching what I'm doing, and they're seeing results. And you know, I can't think of another sort of combination of software and hardware that can give you that speed. The HP box absolutely flies. So Flame's quite important to me in terms of career. You know, I still use the machine non-stop, and I really enjoy using it. It's sort of driven everything I do for the last 20 years, really. It's been good to me.